Today we're going to focus on value shifts in the age of COVID.
To what extent do you feel as though the pandemic has altered what you view as important?
Have you derived any new meanings or realizations from this period?
This is an opportune time for our society to reassess and recalibrate certain core values.
In the following video, we discuss personal values in the age of COVID. Life's changed for most of us as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. Even as some aspects of life seem to go back to normal, other things may remain permanent. Many of us have lost jobs and income. Some of our favorite shopping and eating establishments have gone out of business.
Beyond these changes, health and safety are factors which we can no longer take for granted. Many of the institutions which we assume would safeguard us have proved fallible. We've been made to face the realization that we're all, to some extent, vulnerable, at the same time as dealing with the concern of what may happen to those who we love and are closest to.
The pandemic, the lockdown, and its aftermath may put you through an entire emotional roller coaster. Stress, depression, loneliness, and frustration are some of the most common reactions in the age of social distancing. Those of us with pre-existing medical conditions may have felt especially anxious.
It could be argued that when COVID-19 forced us to put our lives on pause, it also provided us with an opportunity to face our vulnerabilities, identify our character strengths, and realign our core values, which could become the bedrock for the way we live moving forward. As much as the pandemic has altered your perspective on a personal level, the same can also be said about many of us at a societal level. Here is a list of 12 core values our society may be shifting towards in the post-pandemic era.
Number 1. Slowing down. Prior to COVID, the dominant narrative in our Western society centered around the need to achieve and stay busy. However, lockdown forced many of us to slow down and pause. This in turn gave many of us time to recharge our batteries.
Number 2. New pastimes. The months spent remaining indoors provided many of us with the opportunity to abandon our previous schedules and try things we spent a long time wanting to do. Online courses and videos became very popular in introducing new activities such as learning a language, coding, or playing music.
Number 3. Connection with others. Lockdown also forced us to spend time away from most other people. It was during this period where we suddenly realized how interdependent we all are. The extent to which we rely on others became apparent, especially regarding essential workers such as medical staff and supermarket employees. Without their efforts, we would cease to function.
Number 4. Connection to ourselves. Slowing down and time spent in isolation provided many of us with the opportunity to reflect upon ourselves, formulate new routines, as well as become familiar with our authentic side. This was a rare opportunity which the rat race rarely enabled us to take advantage of.
Number 5. Minimalism. Let's face it, how many of us were unable to purchase the things we might normally spend money on if there was not a lockdown? Certain things can obviously be purchased online still, but with most stores and restaurants remaining shut, we became used to being inside and not opening our wallets so much. It is possible that this time period may have shown us how many things we were able to live without.
Number 6. Equality. The very poorest, including those categorized as essential workers, were among the most vulnerable to contract COVID-19. The pandemic has brought it home to many just how vulnerable those without real wealth are. Moving forward, we may see more demand from the more vulnerable members of our society to feel respected and protected.
Number 7. Working from home. Prior to the pandemic, most people were required to commute into work, with many employers skeptical about letting their staff work from home. However, lockdown has changed much of that. Office workers were granted the freedom to work virtually, maintaining communication with bosses and co-workers via video conference. Since then, many companies have come to realize the cost benefits of not working out of an office at the same time as seeing that their staff can still be productive. Moving forward, working from home may become standard practice instead of being reserved as a rare privilege.
We hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Did you like the ideas? Do you have any ideas of your own? Is there anything different which you would like to see us cover?
If you like what you've heard, we ask you to support this channel by clicking the thumbs up on this video and hitting the subscribe button. Please also use the share button to pass this information around to anyone who may benefit from it.
Check out the written blog version of this video by clicking the link below and visiting our website. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter under Empower Illness Coaching. To find out more about who we are, feel free to visit the video about our illness journey.